Life doesn't hand you blessings just because you ask nicely. It's going to see if you're strong enough to handle what you're praying for. Everybody wants success, but they don't want to go through the qualifying round that success demands. When you ask for strength, life doesn't hand you muscles. It hands you heavy situations. That's how you build strength. You grow stronger when you're forced to lift what feels too heavy. You see, the test always comes before the promotion. You can't skip the test and expect to graduate. You've got to pass through the storm to prove you can handle the sunshine. Some people quit halfway because they think the test means they failed. No, the test means you're close. You're being evaluated for your next level. You can't be trusted with big blessings if small trials keep breaking you down. Every obstacle you face is asking you a question. Can I trust you with more? You can't get bitter when life gets hard. You got to recognize the test for what it is, preparation in disguise. So when it gets tough, don't say, why me? Say, try me. That's when life starts to respect you. Comfort feels good, but it doesn't build anything. You can't stay in your comfort zone and expect to evolve into your best self. Growth is uncomfortable because it requires change, and change always costs something. If you're too comfortable, that's a sign you've stopped challenging yourself. The greatest version of you doesn't live in your comfort zone. It lives outside it, in the place where you have to stretch, adjust, and adapt. When you feel discomfort, don't run from it. Lean into it. That's the signal that you're growing. That's the place where you're developing new skills, new confidence, new strength. Think about every successful person you've ever admired. None of them got there by playing it safe. They stepped out when the timing wasn't right, when the money wasn't there, when fear whispered, you're not ready. You've got to stop waiting to feel ready. You'll never be fully ready for the next level. You just have to move anyway. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving while you're still shaking. When you get uncomfortable, that's when life starts shifting. Discomfort means growth. Growth means new levels. So when life pushes you out of your comfort zone, stop resisting. That's not punishment. That's progress. Every struggle you face has a purpose. It's not random. It's not unfair. It's a setup, a construction zone for your breakthrough. When you're going through something hard, it feels like the universe is against you. But in reality, it's positioning you. You're being built, not broken. See, the strongest trees grow in the toughest storms. They learn to stand firm because the wind keeps testing their roots. Your pain is strengthening your foundation. The struggle teaches you things comfort never could. It teaches you patience, humility, and appreciation. You can't truly value peace until you've survived chaos. When life drags you through the mud, it's teaching you how to climb. Every challenge is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more equipped for what's coming. You might not understand it while you're in it, but one day you'll look back and realize the struggle was the best thing that ever happened to you. So don't curse your struggle, study it. It's the blueprint for your future success. Stop waiting for other people to validate your vision. Some people won't believe in you until the dream is already done. And that's okay. It wasn't their dream to believe in. You can't expect folks who never saw your vision to understand your grind. They weren't there when that idea hit you in the middle of the night. They didn't hear the calling. You did. When people doubt you, that doesn't mean you're wrong. It means they can't see what you see. Don't let their lack of sight block your insight. Sometimes, the people closest to you will doubt you the most. Not because they don't love you, but because they don't see your growth. They remember who you were, not who you're becoming. You've got to believe in yourself so hard that their disbelief doesn't shake you. You can't base your confidence on their applause. When nobody believes, you believe anyway. When nobody shows up, you show up anyway. When nobody claps, you clap for yourself. Because the only person who truly needs to believe in you is you. Rejection is not the end of your story. It's just part of the editing process. You're going to hear a lot of no's before you get that one life-changing. Every no teaches you something. Resilience, patience, redirection. Those rejections are refining you, not defining you. People give up because they think one closed door means the dream is dead. But sometimes that door is closed because it's not your door. You're just supposed to knock somewhere else. You might have been turned down, overlooked, ignored. But all it takes is one moment, one opportunity, one believer to change everything. When life keeps saying no, keep showing up anyway, keep applying, keep auditioning, keep asking. Every time you knock, you get closer to the right door. Don't let the noise of rejection silence your effort. The yes is coming, but you've got to still be standing when it arrives. That one, yes, will make every no worth it. Failure is not final unless you let it be. Every successful person has a trail of mistakes behind them, but what separates them from quitters is that they learn from it. When you fail, it hurts. It's embarrassing. It shakes your confidence. But if you pay attention, failure becomes a teacher, not a tombstone. Failure exposes what needs fixing. It shows you what didn't work so you can find what does. That's how growth happens, through correction, not perfection. Most people quit because they think failure is proof they're not good enough. But failure is actually proof that you're trying. People who don't fail are people who never try. You've got to change your relationship with failure. Stop treating it like a dead end and start seeing it as a detour. Every failure pushes you closer to success. Every mistake moves you toward mastery. The only real failure is quitting before you figure it out. When life hurts, that means you're still alive, still moving, still fighting. Pain isn't punishment. It's evidence that something inside you is still burning for more. The pain you feel today is building the strength you'll need tomorrow. It's the pressure that creates the diamond, not the comfort. You can't escape pain in life, but you can decide what it means. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. Sometimes pain is just life's way of reminding you that you haven't quit yet. It's proof that you're still reaching, still hoping, still fighting for better. When you start to feel that ache in your heart, that exhaustion, that frustration, don't shut down. That's the energy that drives transformation. Use the pain as fuel. Let it push you instead of paralyze you. Let it remind you that you still care enough to fight. Because when it no longer hurts, that's when the dream is truly dead. And you're not there yet. Fear talks loud, real loud. It'll tell you everything that could go wrong, everything you're not, every reason to give up. But faith has to speak louder. You can't mute fear, but you can outshout it. Every time fear says you can't, you answer, watch me? Faith doesn't make things easy. It makes them possible. It's believing even when you can't see the outcome, trusting that there's purpose even in confusion. You're not going to feel brave all the time, and that's okay. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to move forward in spite of it. There's going to be days when fear feels like it's winning. That's when you have to remind yourself why you started. That's when you fight back with belief. Faith is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Keep flexing it even when you're scared. Because when faith becomes your focus, fear loses its power. You've made mistakes. We all have. But that doesn't mean you're done. Your past might have been messy, but it doesn't cancel your future. The problem is too many people let guilt become their cage instead of their lesson. You've got to stop treating your past like a prison sentence. It's a classroom. Every mistake you made was a teacher trying to show you something about yourself, about your limits, your triggers, your choices. You don't have to be proud of what you did, but you should be proud that you learned from it. You're not the same person anymore. You've grown, you've changed, and that's what matters. Sometimes the very thing you're ashamed of becomes your power. The pain you survive becomes your message. The same story that broke you can help someone else heal. You've got to forgive yourself for who you were when you didn't know better. You can't walk into your future while dragging the weight of your past behind you. People will try to remind you of what you did. Let them talk. Let them watch. The best way to silence doubt is to outgrow it. Your past might have shaped you, but it doesn't define you. What defines you is what you do next. Success doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time. The problem is, most people plant one seed and expect a harvest tomorrow. That's not how growth works. You've got to keep planting even when you don't see results. Some seasons are quiet. You'll water, you'll wait, and nothing will seem to happen. But underground, roots are forming. Strength is building where nobody can see it. Just because you don't see growth doesn't mean it's not happening. Some of the best things in life take time to develop. You've got to trust the process even when it's silent. Patience isn't sitting around doing nothing. It's working while you wait. Keep moving, keep hustling, keep showing up. The moment you stop planting, you stop growing. When you're tired of waiting, remind yourself that every seed has its season. Flowers don't bloom year-round. But when their time comes, you can't stop them. You've got to believe that your season is coming too. Your job is to plant and water. Life's job is to grow it. So don't dig up what you planted just because it's taking too long. Your harvest is closer than you think. We live in a world that wants everything right now: fast money, fast success, fast validation. But that's not how real blessings work. Real success takes divine timing, not instant gratification. Sometimes you think you're ready, but life knows you're not. You think you're waiting on opportunity, but opportunity is waiting on you to mature into the person who can handle it. You might be praying for a door to open, and God's saying, you're not ready to walk through that door yet. Because if He gave it to you too soon, you'd lose it. You've got to stop comparing your timeline to other people's. Just because they got there first doesn't mean you're late. You're on your own schedule, your own route, your own journey. Delay doesn't mean denial. Sometimes the pause is protection. That rejection you cried over might have saved you from something that would have destroyed you. You've got to trust that every not yet has a reason. Every detour is developing something in you: discipline, patience, humility. So when it feels like it's taking too long, hold on. The timing is perfect. It just ain't yours. You didn't come this far just to quit now. You didn't fight through sleepless nights, heartbreaks, and hard times just to throw it all away because you're tired. You owe it to your past self, the one who refused to give up, to keep pushing. You owe it to the version of you who cried but kept trying anyway. You've already paid the price in pain. Don't let that suffering go to waste. You might as well make it worth something. Turn your scars into motivation. Every time you think about quitting, remember why you started. Remember what's at stake: your family, your dream, your peace. You've come too far to start over now. Quitting doesn't make the pain go away. It just guarantees that the pain had no purpose. At least if you keep going, that pain can produce progress. You're stronger than you think. You've survived 100% of your worst days. That's proof you've got more in you than you realize. Keep moving, even if it's slow. Forward is forward. You owe that much to yourself. You can't climb high hanging around people who love the ground. Some folks are so comfortable losing that they'll make you feel guilty for wanting to win. You've got to protect your environment. Energy is contagious. If you hang around people who complain, you'll start complaining. If you hang around people who grind, you'll start grinding. Your circle shapes your standards. If you're the smartest or most motivated one in your group, you're in the wrong group. You should be surrounded by people who challenge you. Sometimes that means letting go of people you love. Not because you're better than them, but because you're growing in a different direction. You can't take everyone where you're going. You need people who speak life into your dreams, not doubt. People who remind you who you are when you forget. Don't confuse loyalty with limitation. Being loyal doesn't mean shrinking to fit in. It means being true to your purpose, even if that means walking alone for a while. Surround yourself with winners, because iron sharpens iron, and dull people will keep you dull. Dreaming is easy. Working is the part that separates wishers from winners. You can talk about your dream all day, but until you move, it's just words. You've got to be willing to grind for it when nobody's watching. The dream doesn't care how tired you are. It only responds to effort. You can't pray for success and sleep through the process. Faith without work is just noise. Every great dream demands a greater work ethic. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Start with what you've got. People waste years waiting for everything to line up, when sometimes all you need is momentum. When you work big, your dream starts to take shape. Small, consistent actions build massive results over time. There will be days when you don't feel motivated. That's when discipline takes over. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you moving. Dream big, yes. But make sure your work ethic matches your ambition. If you opened your eyes this morning, that means you've still got purpose. That breath in your lungs means your assignment isn't finished yet. You might feel behind, but as long as you're breathing, you're not out of time. Every day is a fresh page. You can rewrite your story starting right now. Yesterday might have been rough, but you're still here. That means you get another shot, another chance to grow, to rebuild, to try again. Stop waiting for the perfect day to start over. This is the perfect day, right here. Right now? Because it's the only day you've got guaranteed. Don't waste it being stuck in regret. Don't waste it replaying failure. Use it. Move to something that pushes you closer to the life you want. Every sunrise is proof that mercy exists, that second chances are real, that you're not finished. If you woke up today, then your purpose woke up too. Now it's your job to chase it. There's going to come a day when you'll look back on everything you went through and say, I'm glad I didn't quit. You won't even recognize the person who kept pushing through the storm, that version of you, the one who kept going when nobody understood, when everything hurt, when nothing made sense. That's your real strength. You're not going to thank the easy days. You're going to thank the hard ones. Because those are the ones that built you, sharpened you, and proved what you were made of. Every tear, every late night, every disappointment, it was all preparing you for something greater than you could imagine at the time. You'll look back and realize that the things you thought were breaking you were actually molding you. Every no led you to the right, whereas every loss made room for something better. There's a future version of you that's proud you didn't stop. That version is living the reward for your resilience. So keep going, not just for today, but for the day you finally get to look back and say, that's why I couldn't give up.